Hi, this is Courtney, your Lexis research attorney, with some tips on conducting a preemption check on your scholarly paper topic. And so the straightforward definition of preemption is that you cannot write an article that someone else has already written. Now, this sounds very simple in theory, but it's a little bit more complicated in practice. There are a couple of different nuances. And so because of that, I'll include a checklist for you that I think will be helpful. But just to kind of boil it all down, you are preempted if you find a relatively recent article that makes the same argument and comes to the same conclusion as your article did. And it covers every aspect of your topic. It leaves nothing additional for you to add to it. And so with that in mind, we have to conduct a search to see what else is out there and what else has been written. So when you're constructing your search, you're going to want to ask yourself what terms or phrases would be in an article discussing your topic, and then you're obviously going to want to include those terms in your search. Now is also a really good time to utilize those terms and connectors to craft a very specific, targeted, strategic search. So if I was conducting a preemption check on legal, medical, or recreational marijuana dispensaries, I might type something that looks a little bit like this. This is going to search for any stemming of the word legal within 10 words of the word marijuana, within 15 words of the word dispensary, so that I can be sure that any article that would come back would have these terms closely related to each other. I'm then going to narrow down by secondary materials. And then over on the left under category, I'm going to narrow down by law reviews and journals. So at this point, when you've crafted your initial larger broad topic search, you're going to want to retrieve somewhere between 50 and 200 results. And so the reason for that is because too few results indicates that your topic might not yet be ripe, or it's so novel or so new that there's not a lot that you could have to say about it. There's not a lot that you could be citing to or basing your argument off of. Too many results then would obviously indicate that the topic is so done that it'll be very difficult for you to bring anything significant to the discussion. That is, unless a new issue has just occurred or something large and substantial has happened after the majority of these arguments or these articles have been written. So here we have about 216. That's on the cusp of too many, but this is our initial broad search, and I'm going to show you how to quickly go through these. So you're going to first begin by reading the titles. That's going to give you a large indication sometimes. You're also going to look at the date. So it might be helpful for you to sort these by date over on the right, newest to oldest. You're then going to review your highlighted search terms in context. So are they mentioned a multitude of times, or are they only mentioned once or twice? And where are your terms mentioned? Are they mentioned in the text of the article or just within the footnote or the summary at the beginning, meaning most of the article does not mention your search terms at all. So if the combination of the title, the date, the way your terms are mentioned leads you to believe there's something that you need to take a closer peek at, let's go ahead and open up this changes in the air. Once you go into these articles, almost all of them will have a highlight or a summary portion that you can review and get the gist of their argument. So you can review this section to determine if you even need to review the entire article or just parts of it to conduct your preemption check. You can also use the search term bar across the top to quickly jump to where your terms are mentioned. And here we see they're only mentioned a couple of times. This initial search and reviewing what's already been written can also help you further refine your topic. So for example, perhaps reviewing these articles has led you to want to write about the issues of privacy, liability, and security at dispensaries. So you've kind of really narrowed down your smaller, more targeted topic. You can then craft a new search, or you could even search within results to get a little bit more specific. So maybe I want to add in also privacy or security or liability. Another thing that you might want to do is that didn't cut us down that much, but say we're seeing that our terms are only mentioned 1 or 2 times, I could also put an at least on this. So I could say I want any of these terms to be mentioned at least 5 times or at least 10 times. You want to be careful that you're not being so specific that you're getting rid of something that would be on point for you, but that at least can be a really great way to focus in your search. Now what you're going to want to do, now that you've identified the more strategic on-point topic that you're writing about, and you may want to try a search a couple of different ways, is you're definitely going to want to set an alert. So at the top of the page, you'll see this bell icon. You can title it whatever is a reminder to you when you see it come in your inbox. You'll also see it's going to run this same search and secondary materials, specifically in law reviews and journals. And on the Deliver tab, you just want to make sure that you're getting it by email, not just online. If it's online only, you'll have to go into the system and look for the little bell or alert. But if you get it emailed to you, then it will email you anytime a new article comes down matching that criteria. So you could quickly review the document so that you can see if you can change the direction that you're going with your article. Finally, just wanted to say, if there's anything that I can help you with, crafting a specific search, double checking, running a couple different searches and helping you set up alerts, I am happy to do that. Please feel free and reach out to me with anything that I can do for you. Thank you.